Welcome back. We've got a roast in the kitchen today that'll work in your own kitchen on any day over the bank holiday weekend. I don't think we actually have a roast.
We do have a roast. We're roasting a fillet of pork. Neil Cairns from Carton Household Gentlemen. Nuth is doing the honours there. Have we got a roast?
Yes, we're pan roasting a piece of pork fillet.
Pan roasting.
Yeah, but the word roasting's in there.
It's all in there.
On we go. Carry on.
Bit of a stretch. We chatted earlier on, Neil, about pork. Do you like cooking with it yourself?
Yes, I think it's one of those meats that gets a bad rep. I suppose it's one of those meats that if you overcook it, yeah, it goes very dry. But if you cook it, follow the recipe, cook it properly, it's delicious.
I see, when someone mentions pork to me, I'm thinking of pork chops. My mother, God be good, we used to cook for an hour and a half in the pan. They were like...
Boots.
Like beer mats, you know, it was the pulped Evening Herald. It was bone dry.
Oh.
My mother would be the same.
Nice.
Sounds awful. But pork fillet can be lovely and succulent if it's cooked right.
And we're about to see how to do it right. So what do we start with, Chef?
We're going to start with the pork. We're going to start with a hot pan.
Okay.
I'm using the fillet. You can roast a pork loin, stick it in the oven. It's a beautiful piece of meat. Very simple. Buy the pork fillet. Ask your butcher to trim it up for you. All done, dusted. All right. Very simple. A little bit of seasoning, a bit of salt and pepper.
Lovely.
And we're going to stick it, colours in the pan. Add a bit of butter, a few herbs.
You've oil in the pan. Lovely.
And
So you're not cutting it into medallions before you start to pan fry it?
No, and I think that's why when you cook a piece of meat like that, if you cut it up,
Yeah.
you cook it for less time. So I think that's what happens when people make a mistake of they cook it for too long, it
cook
dries
it
out,
as a joint.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So you're going to finish this in the oven then, Chef?
Going to stick it in the oven.
Okay.
A little bit of butter in the pan.
Oh, a little bit of butter. I love this fella.
Now, a few
But pork
herbs.
should always be cooked through, unlike other meats where you like a little bit of red in the middle.
I serve it a little bit pink. I would. There is.
Oh,
and I'm
you've
sure
changed
people.
our mind now, Chef. Look.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's people going to text in and literally go, "That's crazy." Probably my mother. But
Tiny
if
bit
you
pink.
overcook it, yeah, it's just you literally just want to cook it just till it's done. All right. Because there was the old thing of pork. You always cooked it all the way through, very much like chicken.
Yeah,
changed
that's
now.
the kind of rule I would adhere to, all right. What about you, Simon?
Into the oven,
I always overcook it.
done and dusted. Leave that there for about 20 minutes. All right?
20 minutes. At what temp?
At about 180, 175,
Lovely.
180.
Okay.
Now, obviously with the season that's in it, I'm using butternut squash. You can use pumpkin. It's all good. Butternut squash, chop it up into a pan. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can actually make this puree. This puree is lovely. It's really, really simple. There's a little bit of sweetness in the butternut squash. So you can either take the butternut squash, cut it in half, scoop out the seeds, put it on tray.
And roast
a little bit of cream and butter in the hole. Stick it in the oven and roast it, and then scoop it out into the blender and whiz it up.
Okay, so you get or the opposite
Or we
way.
can do it this way.
This is a tougher way, because butternut squash can be a little bit tricky to cut, I find.
Absolutely. It's kind of, the peeling and stuff. Now, in fairness, in most supermarkets these days, you can
Yeah, you
buy
can
them
buy
all
them,
pre-cut and all that.
ready
So,
chopped.
a little bit, you don't want to colour, you just want a little bit of heat. Into this, we're going to add chicken stock.
Okay,
So-
lovely. And would you make butternut squash now? Butternut squash fries,
I make it for the baby.
sweet potato
Make it
fries.
for the baby. I like it. I only like it pureed like that. That's beautiful, that puree.
You and your one-year-old.
Me and my
Similar
2-year-old,
taste.
yeah, just sitting there. We both use plastic spoons. I keep sticking the spoon in my eye. ends up
babe.
in my hair. No, I have a big bib.
You have a big
Yeah, his don't fit me. Right, so a bit of cream in there, good
right,
man.
bit of cream in here. Right. Cream, chicken stock, butter,
Lovely.
and the butternut squash. Bring it to the boil.
Did you season? You don't.
A little bit of salt,
A little
pepper.
bit of salt and pepper.
If people are following this at home, of course, our details are up on the website as well. So
Bring it to the
Marvellous.
boil. Basically, cook it until it's soft. Now, when we take it off, strain it. Keep the liquid. All right. Butternut squash into your blender. Start blending it. Add a little bit of the liquid at a
Very
time
good.
until you get to the consistency of
baby food,
baby food.
Okay.
As per.
for want of a
Simon.
better word. Yeah,
Nothing
great.
wrong with it. Nothing
Absolutely.
wrong with it.
With today, we're going to serve a little. I call it a Caesar salad. A Caesar salad. Obviously, you have. Well, let's actually make a bit of room. Get rid of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna mentioned earlier on she loved the combo of pear and walnuts. Now, we'd be used to, is it apple and walnut and grape in a Waldorf salad?
Waldorf, apple, walnut, and this is something similar. The pear, the walnut, it all marries very well with the pork. Very, very simple. Basically, wash your leaves, and obviously with the bowl that I have here, we're going to put in. An awful lot of people in restaurants, you get the Caesar salad and the leaves are there and they put the sauce over the top. I'd like to get the sauce through it because it's...
I prefer that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
me
of... to make the dressing, very, very simple. A little bit of mayonnaise, lemon juice.
There has to be more to it than that.
Yeah, there is. Okay. So, give me a second.
Yeah, he's only got 2 hands, Laura. It's not.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be helping him, to be fair.
We are helping him,
Well, I'm not, clearly.
In here, I have this is garlic. I literally just stuck in the oven with a little bit of olive oil for about 10-15 minutes at 175.
This is the smell I got this morning. I walked in, I said, Neil, do you have garlic bread in the oven? He said, no, just garlic.
Yeah, I know.
Disgusted.
So it's lovely and
That
lovely and
puree.
soft,
Oh,
and you're basically going to mix them. We'll throw 2
So
of them
lemon
in
juice,
there.
mayonnaise. How many garlic cloves are you going to
I'm
pop
going to
in?
put 2 in here.
Okay.
Go on, mate. You have to keep the vampires away. You see, it's
True.
Halloween anyway, you know.
Yep.
So 2 cloves of
2
garlic.
cloves. I'll get you just to mix that up for me.
So why certainly.
That's going to be very strong. I'll be kissing anyone with that, Simon.
Oh, the smells beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
What we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of chervil into it.
And you're not going to poach the pears?
No, I'm going to leave them crunchy so there's a little bit of bite in them.
Okay.
This time of year, pears are in season, so it's all good. In fairness, if they're hard, just leave them. You don't want them too hard. You just want them nice and kind of ripe, obviously.
Yeah.
For the pear, as I said, you're literally just going to slice her up.
So meanwhile, the pork is
The pork
cooking
is
away
in the
nicely.
oven, cooking away. The
Remind us
puree,
again of the time, Neil.
about 20 minutes in the
Okay.
oven.
After, obviously, you had it on the pan and the hob for a while.
Yeah.
I think that's done. Oh, yeah, just leave it alone. In danger of overdoing it.
No, no.
They're all
Lovely.
good.
Beautifully.
Do you don't like the pear and walnut combo, do you?
I don't think I've ever had it. I like pears. I'm not crazy about walnuts,
We
but
get-
I'll give anything a go.
Give it a go. We're going to get ready to plate up now, Neil, if that's
Yep.
okay.
With the walnuts, into a low oven, about 140, just to warm them through. It brings out kind of the oils. It heats up the nuts, brings out the natural
Lovely.
oils and stuff.
Very
And
nice.
then mix them through.
Crunching them up.
He's got asbestos hands, this fella, because they're warm. Aren't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now, if you wouldn't throw a little bit in there and give her a mix for me.
certainly.
So how long would the butternut squash be on the hob for with the cream and the stock?
That size,
before
in
it
fairness, when you have
softens?
it cut that size, about
Yeah.
8-10 minutes.
That's
It'll
it,
cook
and then you
very,
can throw it in
very
the
quickly.
blender. Okay, lovely.
There you go, chef.
I really want to see you cut that pork fillet because I want to see what your version of OK, pink and OK is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, look.
Yeah.
All right,
We're not
look.
getting on so well here today, Neil.
She's giving you both barrels today,
Absolutely,
Neil.
isn't it?
Just interested to see.
Lovely presentation.
Throw it in there. This is a great Sunday lunch dish. In fairness, tomorrow,
Yeah.
nice cold day outside. You can make the butternut squash puree and have it and just
Have it sitting
reheat it.
We're killed for time, Neil.
We are. We're going to throw that up there.
There's your salads.
Lovely.
Now, let's see the pork.
A little bit of balsamic into see the juices left in the pan? Tiny bit of that in there. Tiny bit of olive oil.
This is an amazing menu. I'm definitely going to try this one, this
Yeah,
recipe.
and the recipe's on the website.
Plate her up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You played up, I'll keep talking,
Yeah.
Neil. Don't forget today's recipe is up on our website. Or just call into Neil in Carton House Manu. Tell him Laura sent you and he'll make sure you get
Maybe
a
tell him
decent
Simon
treat.
sent you. After the break, we're going to be meeting 2 women who are using their breast cancer battles to help others. See you soon, and thanks, Neil. Looks delicious.
Look at that.